Greetings and welcome to Old Drunken Discography, where old friends, fans come together to BS, argue, occasionally agree, and discuss a musical artist. I'm your host, Jason. With me is Tim.
Up the irons.
And Trey.
Up the Maidens.
And we're talking Iron Maiden. This is Iron Maiden Sunday. We take these big discographies, we take one album at a time every Sunday, and we kind of splice them in whatever the hell we're doing.
Maiden Monday?
That just throws everything off. It's a better name, but it just throws the whole week off.
Yeah.
So it's going to be Iron Maiden Sunday.
Whatever we want.
Instead of going to church, listen to Iron Maiden. That's what we're trying to say. This was Tim's pick, obviously.
Right?
So yeah.
Heavy metal Tim's going to bring you some metal fucking classics.
It's going to bring you some
we
metal
gotta
classics.
Get through.
All right, so brief history relationship with the band. Who the fuck hasn't heard of Iron Maiden in 2025? I don't know. They've always been there. I've never deep dived the discography because I'm not a metal guy. So brand new discography for me. That's all I got.
Yeah. So being the metal guy, I don't know. I mean, they were kind of cheesy when I started getting into metal in the late 80s, early 90s. But then as I got older and they kept evolving, I ended up eventually seeing them live. It ended up being like a religious experience. They were so good live. Yeah, I'm just on the fence now where this is just one of my favorite bands. I really like it was really in my mid-20s that it really finally clicked for me. And yeah, I'm just I'll take this band to my grave.
I'm glad you used the word cheesy because that's going to come up here real soon.
Oh, yeah, no. I mean, much like Black Sabbath. We already covered it, right? When I first discovered Black Sabbath, they were cheesy. And so was Iron Maiden. But I got past the cheese and found it.
Yeah, they've definitely always been there, especially certain songs like Run to the Hills.
Sure, yeah.
It's not an entirely... Yeah, The Trooper. It's not an entirely new discography because I am familiar with Seventh Son. So...
Okay.
Everything but that.
Takes coming.
Everything but that is new.
Okay.
Well, who wants to start us off?
I mean, I can if you guys don't want to.
I got no problems. Yeah.
So for me personally, yeah, like, we were just talking about the personal things. And so one of my personal things is I really got into the new wave of British heavy metal, which was a movement in the late 70s, early 80s that took the spirit of punk rock from the mid 70s, but also incorporated, but we can play. And and so I was just like, it was like 2001, 2002. I heard a compilation. And from this album, Running Free was on that compilation. I was like, this song is bad fucking ass. So then I went and I picked up the album. And yeah, Iron Maiden. I mean, the first time I heard this album was a life-changing experience. Doesn't really matter which song brought you to it. This album is just as important as Black Sabbath. If that's the inception, this is wave 2.
I'll give you that. I can see that.
Yeah, I mean this codifies metal as a genre.
It does. For the 80s,
If
yes.
Sabbath invents it, this, forges it in fucking silver.
Yeah, it takes the gold and turns it to silver.
Prowler, fucking awesome. I love that song. Sanctuary is really like one of the ones that brought me to this album. There was an album that Lars Ulrich from Metallica put out called The New Wave of British Heavy Metal 79 Revisited. Two-disc compilation that I bought, and they had an early demo version of Sanctuary on there that I loved. And this is the point where I mentioned that we've covered Def Leppard, and I know during the entire time during Def Leppard, I was talking about Iron Maiden. Definitely the same scene. I think this is infinitely better. Remember Tomorrow is a song that has been covered by both Anthrax and Metallica. Fucking metal classic, clearly. And then, like I mentioned, then we get to Running Free, personal favorite. The first time I saw Iron Maiden live, this is what they closed with. It was kind of again, it was a religious experience for me. Running Free is awesome as shit, and then we get to Phantom of the Opera. Phantom of the Opera is one of the best metal songs in the history of the genre. So good. It's so fast. It's so clean. It's a banger. And then yeah, Transylvania is an instrumental, but it rips. It's start of side B. Strange World. I mean, I dig it. That's kind of like that's the
Oh.
deep cut on this album.
Oh.
That's the one people don't necessarily think about, but I like it.
Interesting.
Charlotte the Harlot, banger. I mean, that's classic metal. And then we're gonna close with the song Iron Maiden by the band Iron Maiden on the album Iron Maiden that they have closed every show with for the last 45 years, 46 years. It's a metal classic. If you don't like this song, you don't like metal. This is one of my favorite albums of all time. It's Iron Maiden. So, yes, I think in the 17 albums they have after this, they get a little better than this. The strong hashtag first album bias on this. I love this album so much. When we get to the Grinder, 1980, this is definitely making an appearance. Can't wait to see what you guys think about this, but I love it. This is an album I listen to all the time.
Well, Trey, you want to follow that up?
Sure, I can do that. Prowler, I thought the instrumental breakdown leading into the solo is really sweet. One of the things that surprised me because I listened to this in my car and on headphones is how good the bass sounds given the age of the album. It
The bass
really
is good on
thumps.
this record. Yeah, the bass is
It's
good on this record.
it surprisingly thumps. Remember Tomorrow, I like this one a lot. The transitions are pretty smooth, and the bridge with all that speed is sick. Running Free, that chugging riff with those drums is so smartly done. The vocals so far on the album are fine, but I'm patiently awaiting Dickinson.
I,
Um,
Uh,
yeah.
yeah,
Obviously, that's where they get their biggest success. There's obviously contingency of Diano. And we lost Paul Diano last year,
Yeah.
and rest in peace, Clive Burr as well. We've lost two people from this album. Um, yeah, you can hear it. Like they haven't hit their peak yet, and it's
Yeah.
still this is peak.
Uh, Phantom of the Opera. It's interesting to hear the story from Christine's perspective because this is before the musical, and it hadn't really been done yet. And the arpeggios are so clean in this song. It was so nice to hear. Transylvania, I could easily see this being in Bram Stoker's Dracula, the Francis Ford Coppola movie, when they're going to his castle. Like, I need that cut of the movie with this song
Keanu
playing.
Reeves' fourth best movie.
Yeah. Not because of him, but yeah, his acting is awful.
Gary Oldman's like
Yeah.
second best film.
Gary Oldman's the shit in that movie. Strange World. I like the drums a lot. I think it's a lot of tom work that really caught my ear on that one. I'm not too sure. But
Shout out
nice,
Clive Burr, rest in peace.
nice large sounding fills. Feels like a coming down from a Bender type song. Charlotte the Harlot. Musically, it's fine. Lyrically, I think it's a bit corny. That being said, our dog's name is Charlotte, so that hasn't stopped me from calling her Charlotte the Harlot for the past 2 or 3 weeks. Um,
Well, and this is a prequel to another song coming up. I'm not going to give it away, but
oh, that's exciting.
Charlotte the Harlot begins a trilogy.
Oh, interesting. Uh, Diano is definitely channeling his inner Robert Plant on the bridge. Um, and Iron Maiden. So I didn't know all that history with the song. Maybe I didn't give it the respect it deserves. What I have is I wish this was a little better given it's the title of the band. I do like the chorus, and there's like a bass riff in the middle of the guitar solo, which really impressed me.
Well, and so as we get into this discography, I mean, there's a live album for every album cycle,
Yeah.
and then close every show with Iron Maiden. So you might find a version you like better.
I did see they're touring next year, so
Oh, yeah. And I
that
can tell
might
you how they're going to close every show.
pop up on my calendar.
Well,
So,
We will. I mean, I'll be getting into it as we go. Not to slow you down, Jason, but live, even in 2026, it's a band we're seeing.
yeah.
that's my note.
All right. My notes. The opening lines of this discography are: walking through the city, looking oh so pretty. I've just
I
got to
just
find my
got to
way.
find my way.
2 out of 5. That's kind of dumb.
Oh,
The song itself was fine. The instrumental part was good. I didn't hate it, but I don't really ever want to hear it again. Remember Tomorrow? What the fuck is this? Awful. Okay, it got better as it went on, but this was giving me first Genesis album levels of bad for the first half. Mind you, I had listened to Genesis, and then I went to Iron Maiden. Running Free, the opening drum beat has been used to death in songs over time, but it doesn't get old. Super fun beat. The lyrics are kind of dumb. Phantom of the Opera, this one I could get behind. Great lyrics and references, and the song ripped. Still not really sold on the vocals too much, but the
but
song
we
itself.
haven't got Dickinson yet. So
Okay, yeah. Transylvania, decent instrumental. Strange World, fucking snooze fest. Charlotte the Harlot, I love the song title. Okay, this was a good one. I might consider it for a top song contender. Charlotte the Harlot fucking was good. Iron Maiden, it's the song Iron Maiden by the band Iron Maiden from the album Iron Maiden. Iron Maiden can't be fought. Iron Maiden can't be sought. Loved it. The bass solo was cool as hell. It's not the worst debut album ever. Stay tuned for our Genesis discography. It's fun. Had some great
Well,
music
okay,
here and
so
there.
we've covered Def Leppard, and the two biggest bands out of the scene were Def Leppard and Iron Maiden. Would you take this over On Through the Night?
Yes.
Both same year.
But it still sounds a little too much like cheesy 80s metal for me. And
Right, but this is better than On Through the Night.
yeah, I mean, it's probably better than On Through the Night, but that bar is so low. Because again, it's 80s metal.
Well, and it's cheesy 80s metal because so much cheesy 80s metal tried to turn into this.
Right, and that's where it gets difficult because I recognize this is like probably the first cheesy 80s metal album. But it's like
1980.
you created a genre that I fucking hate, and there's so many
Yeah.
shitty records that are gonna come after this. Like your Def Leppards and your Poisons and yeah, they're all ripping this off, but like I'd take fucking Black Sabbath. What Black Sabbath was doing in the 80s, I would take over this.
Oh, wow. Well, I mean, 80s gonna be good because this was the first year Dio came into the band. This is Heaven and Hell.
Oh, I'd probably
Goes up against Heaven and Hell,
Ooh,
which you hated.
that's an album war right there. That's an album war right there in itself.
It is, and heavy metal Tim showing up here saying 1980 is so important.
It's important, yes, but
And then this is in the conversation.
it's the same argument you can make for the 90s because, like, you had so many albums that were important in 1991,
Sure.
but they spawned off all those fucking Oases and Bushes and all the other
Right.
shit.
Right. So is this Super Unknown or is this What's the Story Morning Glory?
Well, it's definitely a super unknown compared to that. That doesn't make it. It just makes it first in a line of bad shit, though.
Well, I mean, we got a lot of albums to get through. And
I think they're going
And
to
that-
get better.
obviously, there's going to be a lot of trends. There's going to be, I mean, they don't settle on a permanent lineup until the sixth album. Shout out to Dennis Stratton. This
I'm
is the only album he appears on.
I'm assuming Iron Maiden never does a Hysteria, so that's a plus.
Wait till you see what goes up against Hysteria.
So, I mean, yeah, it was a solid record for sure. I didn't hate it. I'll say that. I didn't hate it. I didn't love it, but I didn't hate it.
I've listened to it a few times, and
It's one of those that gets better the more you listen to it, for sure.
I'm excited to see how we get from this to Seventh Son, which is the only other album I've listened to. I do hear some distinct differences. So.
And for the record, Bruce Dickinson did put out an album out this year with Samson. I believe it was Shock Tactics was 1980. New Wave or British Heavy Metal was very strong this year. I mean, this is the year the first Angel Witch album comes out. This is the year fucking Lightning to the Nations comes out. On Through the Night. Ace of Spades. Heaven and Hell.
It's interesting because it's always been a genre or era that I've been interested in, but I've always been scared off by those 80 vocals. Those vocals.
Yeah,
And it's
that
always
was
been
rough.
the genre where it's like, okay, I know that's there, but I can forgive it. I can
Yeah.
ignore it because everything else is so badass.
Yeah, I mean, musically it's there, but then vocals is just, it's the kicked in the nut. It's like the beginning of the kicked in the nuts vocals.
Oh, yeah, 100%. Well, it's only going to get worse when Bruce Dickinson gets in the band. So,
Yeah, because he can carry that
because he's
tune.
the king of it.
His nuts were kicked higher than anybody else's.
But I
But he's also flying the plane, so
Stick
yeah,
around,
no,
though. We have a lot of records to get through.
solid start to one of the most important discographies in the history of his genre.
And
Yeah.
we'll be talking about the artwork. Stick around at the very end after we go through all these records and we do our top songs. We're going to talk about the album art. It may be a massive 3-parter Is It Art. So if you're a fan of the show and you know how Is It Art runs, stick around. It's going to be crazy.
It's gonna be fun.
I'm glad you put Live After Death on there. I got a lot to say about that one.
1985, that's going to be on the
And you put
Prowler
Death on the
episode.
Road, too. Death on the Road. I got a lot to say about that one.
I got a lot to say about that artwork. But yeah, no, it was a solid debut. It's not bad. I'm curious to hear more. So stick
Killers.
around. Killers is
Killers
next.
coming up next, yeah.
That's gonna be fun. I mean, look at that album art. That's a fucking top. We might have to make a new color
Can't go
code.
wrong, right? Yeah.
We might have to make a new color code because I mean, this could fall under fucking Ivy. I could see it.
Depends what you're into.
It's iconic. It is iconic.
The Ides of March. Stick around for that. Killers is coming up next Sunday. This is Iron Maiden Sunday.
Up the irons.
Up the irons.
Up the maidens. That's where the
Up the maidens. Up the killers. Fuck it, I don't know.
Killers behind you.
As always, give us a like, give us a subscribe, help us out. We need all the help we can get. Leave us a comment down below your Iron Maiden rankings. Predict that shit now in this first video. See where the rest of us fall, because I got a feeling we're going to be all over the place on this one. So, let us know down below in the comments what your Iron Maiden rankings are.
I can't wait to see what you guys pick. I've been wanting to talk about this album since before I even joined the show.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah. Yeah.
This looks like a Tim record right here. As always, be safe and what, Trey?
Make good decisions.
And then you go a little woo, and then a little whoop, 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 and then it's all, and then you're ready to go again. Yo, come back now, you hear?